welcome along and welcome to this first look at Riverside Farm by MissyB Modding. This is MissyB's new map, and a huge thank you to them for letting me have this nice early first look at this. This is cool. Right, so we start off here. This is a sell point. Yeah, you come in first time on this map, and you come in at this really cool statue, piece of artwork here, with lots of names on it of people who've supported. Lots of names here that I recognise, which is really cool. And yeah, right in the middle of this map. So let's have a look at the main map of this. This is a fictional map. It is set in Cheshire in the UK. It has got, I think it's got like 76 fields. So 75, just looking for field 76. Yeah, it lists it as 76 fields. I can only see 75 here. So there must be a 76 hiding somewhere in the middle of all this. And of lots, oh, there it is. 76 up that corner, and lots of bits hiding in around this map. A few really nice touches. For example, the cow field being called Moo-Moos, and Bar being where the sheep are. There is a really nice feature on this map. There is a feature, if you see this, the last two first looks I've done, as well as going way back, this has one of those features that I absolutely love in maps at the moment. Which I'll get to in a minute. First, though, we've got lots and lots of fields. We got some pretty huge ones, like field 12 and 13, and we got some absolutely tiny ones. I think field 37 looks like the smallest. Purchase-wise, it is individual field purchases on here. I can't see any that are multiple purchases. 37 looks to be our smallest at just £9,756. Is there anything smaller than that? 36. No, I think that might be our smallest, which is really cool. So yeah, you could get started with a tiny field on here on start from scratch. Field 12 and 13 look to be our biggest, so nothing more than 388,000 for the largest field. Very nice. I love as well the forest here. It's not just one big forestry area you buy. You have chunks of forest you can buy, so you can work your way into it. Absolutely brilliant. Love that as well. The other feature that I absolutely love, if I come over here and I buy the sheep area, you get the sheep pen as part of it. And if you sell the sheep pen, so need to sell it, you lose access to it. Absolutely perfect. This is a feature that I would really like to see implemented on more maps. The ability to have the sheep pens and buildings and things like that purchased with the areas you buy is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, that I love. So we're going to go and have a drive around this. I think I've got a route that we can have a drive around. As this is early access, if we find any issues, then I will pass them back to MissyB. And yeah, the first issue I've got is not that we've got a load of traffic here, although we'll have a look at what's causing that in a moment. It's this this garage, I think, yeah, has no fuel point on it, so I will pass that on. Seeing as you end up coming in here, that is something that would be good to have. And yeah, so we've got the traffic is getting a little bit caught up on that corner. I am going to look around the back here. Somewhere here we have a sell point, which I'm guessing is an egg sell point, but I don't see it. So we'll turn on this and just see. Is that it there? That could be it. Or yeah, this is the trouble, is that sometimes it's difficult to see some of this. No, there it is. So we've got a sell point around the back here. Not 100% sure what it is. Let's see if we've got any indication around here. Nothing here. I'm guessing then that that is an egg sell point for the store. So the store takes that row there. Yep, it's an egg sell point. So I think I'd like to. I like the fact that that's there. I think I'd like some indication of A, where it is, and B, exactly what is sold there. But otherwise, yeah, that's all good. This kind of thing, when I mention this kind of thing, that is a minor niggle. I mean, as you can see, you can work it out. You can see where it is. But I do like those things to be clearly marked from time to time. Right, we're just going to work our way through the stuck traffic. There we go. It means we're going to have a nice clear road heading down to this next bit, where we can have a look and see what sell point we've got around the corner here. This does feel like a very British map at the moment. It's just got such a nice feeling to it, this map. We got our sell point here for this, and then one around the back. So that looks like a grain sell point. This, okay, so there's 2 grain sell points. I would guess one is probably root crops, and the other is probably grains. Would be my expectation from that. And then head back down there. But those are all nice and clearly marked, and yeah, easy to find, which is always good. There's a lot of detail around this map. A lot of shrubs and plants and things that have been put in on the edges of the fields. Makes it a very pretty map. This adds a lot of character to it, and makes for a really gorgeous map. The other thing, actually, there's plenty of woodlands on here. We'll have a look at the main woodland later, but these wooded areas, again, lots of bushes and shrubs, and although we can't see it at this level, lots of detail in these woodlands. I said it many times. You can often tell how much work somebody puts into their map by exactly how much detail they put into their woodland areas. Because it's an area of the map that a lot of people won't see, because forestry, unfortunately, is a less popular part of farm sim. And yeah, people, the maps that have all that detail in there are great. Now, this is something that interests me less, but does still work really well on this map. Is that the yards are very wide, very open, have a lot of barns. Personally, I prefer smaller yards and a little bit more cramped, but these are well designed. They do look good, and I do like these buildings. And these barns work really well on here. It just, look at this. It goes all the way around, and it's just absolutely. I love the storage on here. The yards may not be the kind of stuff that I tend to go for, but I do like them. I do like them a lot. It's just so much thought has gone into this map. It's absolutely brilliant. And we've got houses here as well. As far as I know, because we've come in on New Farmer, there is no sleep trigger anywhere. So again, I think the ability is to place your own sleep trigger. We've actually got another farm. Now I counted this as one farm when I was having a quick look at the map. I don't think it is. I think we've got 2 yards here, essentially, with back-to-back farmhouses. We've got one farmhouse over there, and then over this way, we have a second farmhouse with one of our tractors. Yeah, so through here, that looks like... Okay, we've got a DEF tank here. Yeah, we've got a DEF tank, and a diesel tank, and a gas tank? I'm not sure, but certainly that won't let me fill this, I don't think. interested to see what that has. And we've got various, yeah, we've got various seeds and things over here. Oh, this is liquid. This might be a liquid fertilizer tank. It won't let me select it. I think that's a liquid fertilizer tank. Then over there, I think we've got solid fertilizer and seeds built into this. And we actually have access to none of them. We don't own this farm, so we don't have access to any of them at the moment anyway. We've got a tractor over here, a Vultra with a very nice green and pink colour scheme. And then again, yeah, a nice big wide open yard. Quite useful if you're going to use larger equipment on here. Certainly for some of these smaller fields around here. I don't think this is going to be such a... well, I think they're going to rattle around in these yards a little bit. But otherwise, yeah, I like them. The sheds are well built. It's all very nicely configured. There's a lot of detail. I love this strip of running water that goes through. So these wet patches that it's got in places. Looks very, very nice. Now I'm going to pull the map up because, yeah, we do have some stuff to have a look at the back here. So let's head out. We'll head out this way. We'll have a look at the woodlands that are around the far side as we come around there. But it's a really, really gorgeous map, this. There's so much thought and detail that's gone into all of this that it just comes across as a really pretty map. And I think with a fictional map, it's quite difficult as well because you have to apply a certain level of thought and design to this that allows you to come up with something that seems realistic and at the same time doesn't exist, which is hard. Not that making a DEM map isn't hard as well, but it's one of those things that, you know, there's another level of design that you've got to do. This seems to be a placeable area, somewhere to build your own farm, which is cool. I like that. Where is this sell point? Yeah, well, sell point at the end here. And what is this? Is this the BGA? No, don't think this is the BGA. But this does have multiple sell points. Not so sure about the edge of the map over there. It is hidden for the most part really, really well. But there is a little bit odd. We do have sell points in here. Okay, looks like we have a manure sell point up at this corner. Slurry sell point up at this corner. That's pretty cool. Fuel purchase point in that corner by the looks of things. And then root crop sales over here. Nice to see separate root crop sales. And I love that it goes into these loading troughs. These loading Grimmy. Yeah, these RH 2045 conveyor systems. Really nice touch, that. And that's the thing. There's lots of customized stuff and well thought stuff on this map. It works really, really nicely, and it's just all round gorgeous. Really, really liking the look of this map. Come into here. Oh, now this is an interesting art. This is Rundown. I did come across this when I was doing my initial just sort of quick look around the map. I tend to try and do that a little bit these days. Not going in completely 100% blind. And this is quite cool. So this yard is completely overgrown with bushes. So in order to use this properly, you've got to redo this yard. Considering it's mud, I would say it's probably easiest to do it with the landscaping tool. But I do love that it's, yeah, essentially a yard that's become overgrown and at the moment is unusable. It's a nice little yard. I really, really like it. It's not tight, but it is smaller. Would work well for you starting out. And how much is it? Let's just pop over here and have a quick look at this. So it is just 25,000. what a great little starter yard that would be. I mean, compare that to the larger ones, you know, 60,000-ish. You could do a start from scratch in this corner and have a great little start. That is cool. I like that. I do like that there's no sleep trigger on here. The fact that you can place your you can grab a sleep trigger and place it yourself is great, because any one of these 5 yards that you've got on here, you can go and take and use. This is the woodland at the far side of the other yard we were looking at. Again, nice bits of detail in there. Works really, really well. And that brings us back up this way. Quite a big, long road about this, around this. I love how much mappers in general have been doing with making maps feel bigger because of how they build the roads. I talked about that on the last first look I did, but it's people are getting really, really good at it. We got the pub here, which is great. Not a sell point, but I do really like it. It fits in very nicely. And then we're heading over the river here. And again, lovely touch going through the middle of this. Well constructed, well made, and works nicely. Which brings us over to the other side here, and round and into another sell point. Again, nice big sell point in this one. One interesting thing about this, and you might notice this, we're going around, our vehicles are scattered around the map, which is quite an interesting way of doing it. Does this open up? Yes, it does. So yeah, 2 sell points here. We then also have another one down the side here. So a really, really big variety of sell points on here. And it's quite interesting having 1 or 2 that are in the same place. Having to try and work out those a little bit as to where they are will be fun. Now I think we want to head down this roadway down here and come around this way. There's always something to look at on this map, I find. It's, you know, I say this about many maps, but you get a map where it's never boring to look in any direction is always a really good thing. And this is our nice big BGA, and works very, very well. We've got our, I think that must be our digestate unload point there. Nice low place to tip silage, which is brilliant. That makes it really easy to use this and send some nice big chunky silage clamps. Can we see how much these hold? Will it tell me? No, it doesn't tell me. But yeah, those are nice and big. You can do a lot of silage on here and not run out of space. Always a nice thing to see. I like to have smaller silage clamps at the farm, and then at the BGA have large ones, so that if you have a lot of extra silage, you can go and do it all there. But that is working nicely. Oh, this is a really nice avenue of trees running down the side here. Again, gives that really British feel to it. This. I can imagine driving down a road like this in Norfolk. I've driven down roads like this in Norfolk, which is brilliant. Although that is the edge of the map, so I'm gonna double back. And we'll head back onto the main road. So as we're getting back on track, I'm not quite at the end of the road. I have noticed we have extra crops on this map because, of course, this sorghum is not a standard crop in-game. So much like we had with Lancey Boy's map yesterday, here we do have some extra crops. So it looks like we've got several extra fruits on here. We've got carrots, which is nice. We've got onions, we've got millet, we've got sorghum, and we've got rye. that's pretty awesome. So that's several extra crops that we've got. We've not got any of the grass types by the looks of it. So you might struggle a little bit if you were to put the Maize Plus stuff on here. But yeah, nice to see extra crops. Always good to see extra crops on here. Really liking that. So we'll take this up to the main road and continue our loop around the map. So we're looping around the bottom and up to the top. It does have a fairly nice loop on this map that you can go right round and look at most things. We'll just bring it up quickly and have a look. Yeah, you can see we've got a lot of stuff very much clustered in the middle of this. And then it's kind of, there's stuff right up the top corner. Every inch of this space on this 2x2 map is used, which is absolutely brilliant. And just, yeah, I really like this. This is a cracking map. Let's bring this into here. And there we go. We've got a bale sell point in here. We've got... Okay, so this is our animal market. We've got 2 sell points in here. I think that is a single sell point. It could be 2 overlapping. We then have our animal purchase point at the far side here. So this should only allow us to pick cows at the moment. Yep, because we only have the cow yard. Then over this way, that looks like lime, I think. Or is that... Oh no, that's the milk sell point. By the looks of things. So that's a milk sell point. And then we have one more crop sell point over there. There's so many sell points jammed into this map. But not in such a way that feels odd. They're yeah, really nicely jammed in. Then we've got the shop over here. Now, interesting thing about this shop. I like where everything is. We've got a couple of bits of equipment waiting for us. The only thing that I find a bit odd and it's going to be a bit difficult is this is ours. So you could drive your combine right out of the showroom, but you've got to get it out of the showroom. Is this yeah, this is ours as well. So that's something to note, is that some of the equipment is stuff you're going to have to drive straight out of the showroom and is going to be fun to maneuver. So this is our header. That needs to come out of this door. I'm intrigued as to how that got put in this door, but yeah, that is one thing you may have to reset to get those out, I think, because I'm not sure that combine will come out through that door either. But it's a nice showroom. I like the idea behind it. I'm not 100% sold on the execution maybe, but that again. We're into mine and niggle territory here. I like the variety of where everything is. Everything isn't just waiting at your main farm for you. It's spread out the map a bit, and you need to kind of sort of bring everything back. Which is, yeah, there's no big issue with that at all. We are going to head up this way. Now, do we want to head up this way before I go too far? We don't. I want to be heading back a little bit. Oh, we are getting beat. Let's take that down. And get crashed into the back of. Turn around and we'll head back a little way. And we'll go and have a look at this other yard down the side here. It really is a brilliant map, and I've started doing these first looks at midday because that's when the light on these maps tends to be at its best, and it just looks, yeah, it really brings out all the features of these maps. You could get lost on this map. Actually that's a huge compliment I find on a map. If I can get lost on a map, then that's great, because that means the map feels pretty big. Now, where is my road going up here? There's a nice little bit of elevation to the land as well. Some of the fields are fairly flat. Lots of them are on hillsides and things like that. That would make it easy if you wanted to build your own yard. There are plenty of fields that are flat enough to do that on this map. And if you don't, you know, there are plenty of yards already on here, ready for you to go with. Despite the fact that a lot of the trees are the same, I'm not feeling the whole uniformity thing as I felt on other maps. How do I get into this farmyard? I think I've missed the turning. Hang on. Let me go back. See if I can find it. Back along the east-west road here, we've got a roadway up here. Grid on it. Yeah, this is the one I want. I think there's actually a road off from the other side as well that came up here. Nicely set back, these farms. And this farm, right, the very thing I love to see with farms these days in Farm Sim. You drive in and your farm is in the middle of your fields, and it feels like you've got a section of land that you own that isn't carved up by the main roads. And this is the pig farm. Again, a really nice set of sheds. Looking really, really good. And yeah, just there's a really nice, really well done attention to detail that just makes this map look great. Makes this map look absolutely awesome. Oh. Right, let's go ahead round this way. And back onto the road. Do we want to go back up that top corner? Yes, we want to go and have a look at the cows. I'm having to angle my camera quite a way down on here in order to see everything, because it is quite, with all these trees here, it's quite difficult to get a good view otherwise. We want to head into here. We've actually passed. This is the thing, I keep missing the bits that I want to go and look at, so I'm having to do a lot of turning around and going back. But just the other side of the bridge here is the entrance to another sell point before we head in and have a look at the cows. So over here, down this long windy road, we've got another set of sell points. And this one is for, there we go. So we've got straw sell point there, wool sell point there, manure sell point? No, that is, what is that? Oh, wood chip sell point there. Then we've got manure sell point, more general sell point there, and looks like purchase area for some stuff as well, possibly. Certainly more things marked on here than I have sell points marked, and then one more sell point over here that I don't know what that is for. So again, my little niggle I had early on, I've got a sell point here that doesn't mark what it is for selling, which I'd quite like to see. So yeah, otherwise, yeah, again, that does not detract from how gorgeous this map is. It's a minor thing that is fairly easy to look up. I mean, to show you how small a niggle that is, all I need to do is go into here and click on that, and that is cozy wool. So it's a second wool sell point. You know, so that's, you know, that is minor at best. Let's head back up here though and into our Moo Moo's farm. over here. I do like that it says moo-moos on the grass on the map. Again, we've got fertilizer and seed, I think there. Lots and lots of storage space up at this cow farm. Again, a fairly big yard, DEF tanks and fuel tanks, and we should be able to back up and activate that. I don't know if it... Is this going to be one of those things I really like? It is. So these you have to fill. You can't just purchase it from it. You have to bring fuel into your farm. Absolutely wonderful. Really, really love that. That's something I want to see in more and more maps. I think the thing I would like to see in these, well, in this yard particularly, I think I'd like to see a little bit more detail around it. There's detail everywhere in the map. I think that this is a little bit light on it. Again, a minor issue. But the house, what's made me say that is the house just seems to be standing in a field of mud. And I think I'd like to see a little bit more around the house, maybe. But again, as I said, minor gripe. That is by no means a major problem. And it's something if you're coming into this map and you want to put your own stamp on it, you have that ability. Get yourself some wall mods. Use a little bit of the landscaping tool and make the house your own. It's a blank canvas for you to have a play with, which is always good. What do we got over here? This is the sheep area, which is nice, very nice. So we've got gates to open here. In we come, and there we go. Nice, clear, nice big sheep area for them, with a nice little bit of shed. I'm guessing that's where the wool spawns in there, so you've got a little bit of space for your bales if you want to, but I'd probably plonk another bale shed down here just to keep them close to your sheep. And then we'll head back out this way. And it brings us around, heading towards the woodland, I think, next. This map feels huge. I think I've been driving around this for a good 30 odd minutes, and we've still got a way to go. It just feels massive, this map. And this is no bigger than a standard map. This is a map that is planned to come to consoles. As well as PC, and yeah, so we've got this road off here into the woodlands. So the woodland road is sort of marked on the map, but isn't easily marked on the ground. Wow. Okay. So I'm kind of guessing a little bit where I'm going. There is a nice lot of detail in this woodland. I am just going to drive through it though, because I can't see. There's tracks marked on the map, but there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing actually major marked that makes it easy to traverse. We got some clearer areas of woodland down the back here, and then over this way, here is where our sawmill is. So we've got the sawmill, wood chips over there. Looks like the selling point is marked over there for the logs. This would make a good bit of forestry on here as well. It's the only thing I find a little odd is the fact that the road isn't easily marked to the sawmill. There's no gates or anything down the bottom here, and there's collisions on the hedges, so you can't just go here and go bam. You've got to come in and out through the gates, and it's getting from one side of the woodland to the other if you've cut wood elsewhere, I think that might be a little bit difficult. I'm just trying to see if there's sort of routes through. There's sort of things marked on the map, but there's no obvious entrance or exit. What have we got down the bottom here? We've got a heating plant down the bottom here. Again, can't access that from the woodlands. So it's all hedged in, and the only way in and out of these woodlands is over this way here. Yeah, I think I'd like to see either a road through the woodlands to this gate. That's, you know, even just sort of directly going through the middle of it would be good. Or a gate at the far side that you can get in and out of the woodland from. Something that's a bit more of a direct route towards the sawmill, I think is it's something that's missing. And we got a little bit of a biomass plant, as I said, up here on this corner. That is very nice. Yeah. Wood chips in here, money out. Again, good to see a nice bit of variation on everything. The ability to go and sell at various places. Now, I think our last set of stuff, yeah, is right up at this corner here before we go and find our final yard. And it is just, yeah, feels so long for everything. This map just feels huge. Absolutely humongous. And at the end of this road, we come to this. So we've got a sell point here for crops, an unloading bay. I'm not sure if those unloading bays actually serve a purpose. That looks like a lime tower there. Then we've got, yeah, another wool sell point here. Sell point for root crops, so carrots and what is that? Potatoes. We've got a bale sell point. Yeah, we also have, what's that? Oh, right, so is that sugarcane? That looks like sugarcane sell point, and also sugar beet. Yeah, sugar beet and sugarcane, that would make sense. And then one more sell point up there. Yeah, we've got one in a barn there. Yeah, that's cool. So we'll head back down to that crossroads where the heating plant is, and we've got our last farm to look at after that. So back at the crossroads, head down here a little way, and there's one more farm here over on the right hand side, or on the western side of the map, that again is off on a fairly long road at the side. I think it's this one here. Yeah, so lots of long driveways, lots of bits that sort of lead you between fields. Everything feels big, but still fits in well with the British map. It's really, really nicely done, this map. And here we go. Here's our yard. So again, there we are. This has cows, I think. Or does it have sheep? Let's see. I think we got enough. Yep, we got enough money to buy that. Yes. That's cows. It's another cow yard. So, yeah. That's what this is. And, yeah, I like it. Lots of space to expand your farm, to customize your farm on here. Works really, really well. And that is it. That is everything around this map. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a quick look at the equipment that you start with. And you start with a Fendt 724 Vario and a Fendt 1050. So two very nice big tractors. Yeah, 240 horsepower and 517. You got a Tatra Phoenix 6x6 agro truck, the Rostelmash RSM 161 combine, a Manitou MLT 737 telehandler as well. The Land Rover, of course, as always, I added in. You got a Cramp Bandit, a Cramp SB 1130 1070, a Rosselmass Draper Stream 900, a POH 5 plow, a Carrier, a Vatiside Carrier XL 825. That is 300 horsepower. You've got 180 horsepower for the Vatisad Rapide A600S, a Vatisad Tempo V8 with its front tank, a Kuhn Metris 4102 sprayer, a Breedel K165 lime spreader or solid fertilizer spreader, a Samson PG220 slurry spreader along with its slurry along with the spreader on it. I think, is that I'm not sure if that's one that cultivates it in, but it's that's at least a dribble bar at least. You've got and a nice set of mowers. So you've got Novacat X8ED and a Novacat 301ED. Pretty good. I would say from that Fendt, that big Fendt is probably a little bit of overkill. And strangely, I'm fairly sure. Yes. So if I go back, that was not included, but is ours. So I don't know quite how that works. Let's just tab through these again. So that is our 724. That's the Vultra. There's the 1050. So yeah, I don't quite know how that's happened, but that is not included. Oh, hang on. I rarely check the leased items. So there is that. That is a leased tractor, that Vultra. Be very aware of that. That probably is something you want to return fairly quickly. I've not seen a leased tractor as something that you start with before. So yeah. All in all, though, this is an impressive map. I like it a lot. A lot of customization options, a lot of very nice features to it, some good extra crops. I believe this is coming to PC and console. It certainly seems to be set up that way. Nothing in here that I would say would cause it to not work on console. Actually, I think it would be a great map on console. I think the way it's set up for console players would be absolutely brilliant. I think it worked brilliantly on PC as well. Yeah, so check it out once it gets released. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here, which means that all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this first look. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.